So today we're shooting The Perfect Bride, and we have Lisa here with us today, one of the freelance makeup artists here at Make Me Fab. And the reason we called this The Perfect Bride is because I pulled every one of my favorite shades to create the perfect look for any bride. It's classic, beautiful, fresh. And we're gonna start with one of our favorites, Nude Glow Cream Blendable Eyeshadow. Lisa's gonna blend this with her fingertips or a firm brush from lash to brow, concentrating on the inner corners and in the tear furrow, blending up and outwards. So the purpose of the Nude Glow eyeshadow is twofold. We're going to be using it as a base shade as well as a base to layer all the powder eyeshadows to create longevity in this makeup look. And you can see Lisa's using a combination of the brush and her fingertips to blend and smooth that cream eyeshadow. You want to make sure you put the cap on these tightly after you use them. You'll get longer wear out of them. This shadow can also be worn alone for a quick day look. But today we're using it as our base shade for The Perfect Bride. So you can see Lisa starting on the inner corner, working to the outer corner, and then blending up and out. You always want to start where you want the most color in your application. She's sitting back, taking a peek how that looks at a distance. Perfect application technique, Lisa. Next, we're going to use Commitment, which is a medium cream shadow. We're going to sweep this across the lid from inner to outer corner and under the inner lower lash line. So we love this shadow. It can be used on any skin tone. It's not too shimmery, not too matte. And Lisa chose to go from inner to outer corner here. And then she's going to put a little on the lower lash line under her lashes, starting from inner to outer corner. Whenever you blend a shadow with an eyeliner, they're going to seal one another. So we're starting the basis for that whole application technique here under the eye. So you can see that Lisa's using a combination of techniques here, including blending and stippling, to make sure that that eyeshadow is smooth and blended fully. Beautiful job, Lisa. Next, Lisa's going to put Invitation matte eyeshadow from the outer to the inner corner, just above her crease. And this is going to create a touch of brightness in the eye and also work to blend any edges of any shadows that we apply next. So it's kind of a foundational shade. A nice transition shade. And as you can see, she's buffing and blending that so that you don't see where any lines start or end. The next shade that Lisa's going to dip into is Queen. This is a beautiful bronzy with a touch of plum. Great with a green eye. She's going to blend from the outer corner of the eye, from lash line to the crease, creating a little V. And then she's also going to blend that under the lower lash line. So she's going to primarily be working most of this color in the outer third of the eye and just blending it inward softly and underneath. And the amount of color you use here is a personal preference. It can be soft or it can be stronger, depending on how much you apply. This is one of my favorite shades. Great job, Lisa. So we're going to go over to the other side. And again, applying that from the outer corner inward, creating a small V in the outer corner. That's where your strength is. And just blending that inward till it gradually fades out. And again, along the lash line and underneath. So now Lisa's taking a fluffy brush, and you can see she hasn't applied any product to it, but she's using this blush to blend her edges and blend the shades together. You can also use that technique not only to blend edges, but to soften any of your darker shadows or blend any edges. The next shade that Lisa's going to apply is Oath Matte Eyeshadow. This is a deep black. She's going to blend that on the outer edges of the top and bottom lash line. So we're working primarily here, right along the lash line, lifting just slightly on the outer corners on top and bottom to create strength at the lash line. So you see here, Lisa's using perfect technique, working inward, right along that lash line. And again, along the bottom lash line, working from outer to inner corner until it just gradually fades out. Again, she's going in with that fluff brush just to blend and soften. Next step Lisa's going to be using is she's going to apply her gel eyeliner in black tie along the lash line from inner to outer corner, lifting slightly on the outer ends and also blending under the lower lash line, working from outer to inner. So we never draw lines when we're applying a gel eyeliner. You'll see that Lisa here is just stabilizing that brush by resting it on her lash line, doing little dashes. And she's chosen to start in the center, work inward and then outward, really tight to that lash line. And then again, below the lower lashes. And you can see she's kind of pulling back a little bit, looking in the mirror, checking the application, assessing how it looks, and then making sure both sides are symmetrical and even. And you can see how resting that brush sideways on top of the lashes is really helping Lisa to steady and get a nice line. Great job, Lisa. She's got great eyes, doesn't she? So you can see how she's just going in there, doing little dashes, fine-tuning, tweaking just where you need it. Okay, next we are going to apply the Deep Brunette Smooth Line Brow Definer onto her brows. Lisa's got a little bit of color on here, but we're gonna go into the outer portions of the brows first. Because when you step back in photos that are taken from a distance, we want to make sure that we can see the entire eyebrow. So that's why it's important to strengthen the outer brow, because that's where they're usually more sparse. And again, little dashes, similar to hair strokes. Then Lisa's moving inward. Defining her shape, going to the other side, same technique here, focusing on the outer brow first, then moving inward with those fine hair-like strokes. So after Lisa's done, you can see she kind of sits back a little bit, make sure that from a distance, the two sides are symmetrical. And once she gets to that comfortable place, she's going to turn the brush around and use the spoolie end to soften and brush the hairs into place. Super simple. So we've completed the eyes, and next would be the point where you would apply your foundation and concealer. We've done that for Lisa already today. So she's going to apply her HD finishing powder in Bare Beauty. She's going to use the flocked powder puff to pat a little bit of the powder into her T-zone area. And then she's going to use the brush to dust off any excess and blend to the outer edges of the face. And this is the proper application for applying a loose powder and setting your foundation. By doing this way, you're also going to be pressing the powder into the pores to absorb oil and make them invisible. And she's using such a small amount of product here. And then dusting off. The next step, we're going to apply blush and bronzer. We have a beautiful shade of Rose Bouquet. And Lisa's going to apply that right to the apples of her cheeks, to the top of the ear. And we want that really pretty pink flush on the apple of the cheek. So she's using a fan brush, which will always be soft and never give you harsh edges. So start right at the apple of the cheek and then dust up and out. Perfect. Next, we're going to use a little bit of bronzer. We have our Bronze Babe Matte. So we're going to place this just under the cheekbone, just above the hollow of the cheek, and then also along the temples and under the jawline to create dimension and contour in the face. So you can see Lisa's starting towards the back of the jawline. She's swirling the brush to make sure her edges are soft and smooth, working that up into the temple. And then she's also going to blend that under her jawline to create a little contour. And then you can also feel free to apply this on the sides of the nose as well. And you can see Lisa's using the edge of that contour brush right along the edges of the nose there. And she's using her finger to soften in detail. Blending those edges. Perfect, Lisa. Beautiful. Just working up into the temple, and then she's going to work down into the jawline. So Lisa's taking her powder brush, and you can see she hasn't even applied any additional product. She's just using what's left on the face to blend and soften any edges and smooth her application. And we're in the home stretch, guys. Next, we're going to apply Rosebud Lip Liner. We're gonna outline on top and bottom and work slightly inside the lip line on each side. So Lisa's gonna smile tightly. By using this technique, you're going to be able to fill in any lines or cracks. And we also recommend exfoliating the lips prior to application here if your lips are overly dry. So after Lisa has applied the lip liner, she's also going to work inside, and this will also give your lipstick something to adhere to. So we've completed the lip liner, and now Lisa is going to apply Bridal Path Satin Shimmer Lip Color directly over the liner, and she's going to work just inside the lip line but cover the entire lip. And this is just a perfect pink tone for any skin color. And you can see Lisa's again stretching those lips so you can get in between any creases in the lips. And then after applying it, she's going to use a single ply tissue to mat the lip. And then she's going to apply another layer of the Bridal Path Satin Shimmer Lip Color And she's gonna blot that one more time before applying her lip topper. Next, we're going to apply raspberry tort lip topper. Lip toppers are made specifically to go over lip color and not break them down, so you get longevity. They're also very lightweight because our unofficial poll has determined that grooms do not love lip gloss. So Lisa's going to apply a very small amount of this just to give the lip some sheen and also make it more comfortable, but not make her lip super sticky. So you can see that Lisa's applying the lip topper just inside the lip line to the center of the lips out and blending. Oh, that's beautiful, Lisa. So I'm just gonna have you with this look. Give us just for a finishing touch, a pop of the Rose Bouquet blush with your fan brush right to the apples of the cheeks to give it just that pretty bridal flush. Smile. Yep, right there. Just gonna give that a little hit just to finish that off. And there you have it, the perfect bride.
Hi, this is Elaine. I hope you enjoyed that makeup tutorial. If you'd like more help, we've got it for you. Send us a picture of your completed look and we'll have one of our makeup artists review it and send you tips and tricks on how to perfect the look even more. Or if you think you need a one-on-one tutorial, just email us at info@makemefab.com and we'll get that set up for you. Thanks for watching.